2D1D, Girthy Football Edition, episode 60. Again, we gave you a little preview last week, just some early season picks, some themes. I mean, if you watch the games, some of us are off to a good start, some aren't.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah, but this is going to be a more routine football episode for us. We're going to have some segments, some themes, not just your everyday talk show, but some 2D1D football with our usual spin and humor.
Yes.
So, but before, like always, who is this pod sponsored by?
Girthy Football, episode 60, is brought to you by First Shield Defense, Fort Wayne's best place to learn how to defend yourself from actual violence. First Shield Defense specializes in concealed carry training and unarmed self-defense. First Shield Defense will be doing a one-of-a-kind vehicle and defense training seminar on September 17th, which this will be dropping on a Friday, so that will be the next day, mañana. Fight with or without your firearm in a close-quarter environment in and around your vehicle. Learn dominant shooting angles, best drawing practices, up-close fighting, and test your skills in their scenario challenge. This course is designed to inform you and allow you to get many repetitions in a safe training environment. Visit their Facebook, Instagram, and website for all the details, www.firstshieldefense.com.
And as always, since this is a football episode, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google, Amazon, YouTube, Pandora. Click the like, smash the subscribe. We're here. It's football season.
Bingo,
it's
bango.
Back, babe. Drop that beat, skr.
And then a very just modest, all right. Here we go.
All right. They're getting in it.
So, speaking of music, clap it in.
Boo-boo.
Nothing could have been better than to start out the journey that was week one football at Bruner's Pub. Shout out. MVP
out.
Lanes, sponsor. AJ was playing just like
Smooth jazz.
soft jazz
Yeah.
R&B. And I tell you what, when you're watching football, you don't realize how much it matters to have at least one game's sound pounding you. Like it was, I've never been more thrown off and like, did we just make the wrong move here? Like, should we have gone somewhere else? Respectfully, of course. But I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Did you make a call?
Had to make a call.
Made a text. Changed pretty quick. I was just
Yeah.
like, yes, thank God.
I said, hey, bud, there's a few people in here. Maybe turn game on.
Yeah, and it was weird too, which we'll get into later. Diehard Atlanta fan, as soon as the sound started pumping, shifted from one side of the room to the other.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, it's a thing. Like people need to hear sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just a visual thing.
And my favorite part was
Yes.
it was the Pittsburgh Bengals game, not the Colts game. Loved it.
Which, yeah, I
Well,
mean,
we got the sound for that one.
yeah, that was the headliner one, the main game on the 5 TVs.
Yeah, because you're always going to have a game on. Like,
Yeah.
I get...
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the worst when you go into a bar and they have, like, a sitcom on.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, closed captioning's on. Great.
Yeah.
Like, what is this even doing?
Yeah.
Play the sound then.
Football is arguably one of the sexiest white noises that you need.
Yeah.
Like when it's Sunday. Like
Dude, Sunday and like I went hard Saturday.
Yeah.
Just nap in and out of quarters. Love it. You just hear the game. You're just like, all right. You
Yeah.
just go in and out, and you're just like, well, now I'm up. What I miss?
It's
Okay. And then you just snooze out again a little bit.
football, baby. So I have here to start us off. Hopefully this will be a weekly thing. It is the toilet news and takeaways. So again, gonna just kind of speed run through it. Stop me whenever you guys want. Riff away. I put here, first thing, sports are so tight.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like
Concurred.
yeah, like just a euphoric feeling when you're like, this is actual football. I was thinking about it when I made a tiers list of professional football, and even though it's back, you still, I would argue, like I hate the Hall of Fame game. I don't know why that's a
Yeah,
thing.
that sucks.
It's right there with the garbage preseason and the garbage Thursday night football matchups, which, hot take, I think Thursday night and Monday night games, there should be a backup plan implemented to change the times to make them heavy matchups.
I mean, I saw the Bills versus the Rams, and it was a pretty good game.
Oh, I actually wrote these down. I threw away the paper that I wrote them down actually on the way here because I figure like we already did our preseason stuff.
Yeah.
But especially because now Thursday night is on Prime.
Yeah.
They paid some money.
Oh, 100%.
They have some games.
So they wanted to make them good
Yeah,
because that's
like this,
okay.
this Thursday's Chiefs Chargers.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's usually like
There's
a
some stinkers.
high risk, high
Bitch, you
reward.
don't like it. Go home then.
and don't pay then.
Jazz Texans,
Sick.
Jags Titans.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck,
Although
man.
Jags though,
Jags.
give me
back?
half that
I
season.
don't know.
Oh, they are.
I put here
We'll talk about it.
next.
later.
Kickers are in fact not a dime a dozen. And I said, hot take. Second biggest spotlight next to the quarterback, question mark?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like because if it comes down to it,
Yeah.
then you know who that kicker is.
And it's kind of crazy, right? Like you go from being a fucking nobody, and then all of a sudden, everybody is either going to give you death threats or you're getting your dick sucked for a week straight.
Well, it
Right.
goes in such spurts. Like I feel like there's times where there isn't a kick miss for like 10 weeks.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, field goals are a gimme. Like there's no drama.
And then they put that stat up there that's like, oh, Justin Tucker hasn't missed a kick in his last 87 attempts. And
Doink.
Shocker. Yeah.
okay, cool. Evan McPherson, the new goated best kicker.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I have a lot of
Oh, we were
kicker
It
stuff,
was one of
yeah.
my fantasy leagues we were drafting, and I think it was 10 was like, oh, forget who we picked, but he was like second best kicker in the league behind McPherson, and I'm like, it's a little early for that.
Yeah,
and then
it's-
he has this week, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'd be like, Justin Tucker is still Justin Tucker, dude.
Oh my God, he was wide open. Okay. Yeah, we are also
There's a game
recording
on in
this.
the background.
Denver, Seattle's on right now as we record. It's nice. It's just football. I put here, Super Bowl hangovers are mad real.
I mean, if you go 1 year before that, the Buccaneers beat the Cowboys again on the opening game, and that was like one of the most electrifying games. That
I'm just
year.
going from a year-to-year basis. I mean, the
Okay.
Rams and the Bengals both lost. And you could argue the Bengals at least had a chance. The Rams just got put away and put to sleep ASAP.
they played one of the best teams in the league.
100%. But a lot of people, it was weird the narrative was coming out that the Bills went from being this juggernaut to the narrative shift to, have they really shown themselves and proved themselves? Are they kind of overrated? And it's like, no,
No, they're not.
they're
No,
really
they're
fucking
really
good at
good.
football. So
I mean, is Matt Stafford racist? I don't know. I don't know. We
only
we
throws
don't
the
know
white
yet.
guys.
Only
Yeah.
throwing a Cooper Cup. You can look back on
I've seen
there.
a lot of Allen Robinson videos, and you're just like, ooh, one catch for what, 12 yards? You're just like, come on, Matt.
Be better.
Uh,
Robinson.
He was open.
Yeah. Also, Hard Knocks curse, mad real.
I don't know
No.
if it is, man.
I think it's
like
the year after they've actually done this. Like I don't
Have
think it's
they?
the year coming off of Hard Knocks, but it's the year after that they just plummet.
It's week to week,
who's
but
going to be the
they're 0-1.
in-season Hard Knock.
Is that like a thing? Are they going to do
Yeah.
that for? I don't know. Like
I thought they announced it. I just don't know
Helmet.
who
I mean,
it is.
in season, I think is just like, are you just begging other teams to like watch your shit,
Probably.
and you're just trying to like gimmick people, just like, hey, this is what we're gonna do,
Yeah.
and you don't do
no,
anything
and
like
you would
it.
think like this would be the year to do it. I mean, obviously the jersey for those of you on YouTube, old school Rogers jersey from Michigan State.
Charles,
Yeah, Ugh, didn't turn out so well.
duh,
Remember when you guys were just like, hey,
First round wide receivers.
we're getting first round wide
Let's
receivers.
do it.
Doesn't
Roy
matter.
Williams.
Always a top 5
Big
pick, too.
text.
Because it's
He invented the first down.
He invented the visor and the half sleeves, and I've never been more obsessed drafting somebody in a fantasy draft on Madden
God,
because
I
of
loved
his
Roy.
yeah, damn it,
But
swagger.
no, never watched an episode of Hard Knocks.
me either.
Yeah, and like this is
You would love it.
the
It's-
team, and I'm like, no, I just can't get into it.
Okay, so
Well, everybody else is getting into it, and everybody loves your Lions, dude.
why do we still
Score the second most
continue?
points in the league.
Why do we still continue to doubt Brady? Because everybody had Dallas as the sexy lock pick of the week.
Who did?
Everybody I kept seeing everywhere was like Dallas plus 6.5 is a steal.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, or maybe it was 3.5 or 6.5, but I feel like it was 6.5. And I'm like, I don't understand it. Brady's just unbeatable at this point. This one is,
They scored 17 points.
19.
I'm hoping
19,
it strikes a chord with you guys, but I noticed it during college on Saturday and then a few times on Sunday. The lazy fair catching thing, that's just like this unwritten rule. I hate it. All they have to do is some half-assed, yeah, like, I'm not getting it. And it's like, I'm sorry, but every time I've watched football up into the last like 5 years, I'm going to get this ball as the team that kicked off, and that's our ball. Like, if I make it down to that side of the field and you don't pick up this ball or catch it and fair catch it and take a knee in the end zone, that is our possession. I hate it.
What are you talking about?
If it goes in the end zone, is what he's talking about.
Oh,
Like,
the
people
one
don't
that's
catch it
just like,
anymore.
oh, they just
And
don't
like
do that.
it'll bounce in the end zone and then come back out.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a live ball.
I
like-
mean, it crossed the end zone.
I think it's
You got to
fucking
make it
stupid.
safer, dude. They're trying to make it safer. They don't want as many returns.
Fuck
That's
that.
why they moved it up to 25 yards
So all
instead
these
of
could happen,
20
yeah.
Yeah.
and all these things. Yeah.
Either way. I put
Either way.
Gus Johnson is the GOAT. I
Ugh.
did not realize,
No.
dude, he's announcing Texas Bama, and I'm like, I'm fucking hyped, and it's just because of you. Like, it was a great game, but he's just that guy that, like,
1st and 10, first play of the game. Run for 2 yards.
I love it, dude.
No.
He gets you amped. He's in it to win it just as much as you, and he's basically a ref.
Right, but
I
don't
think
be in
if
it to
you're
win
going-
it every play. Like, you have to give me, because then it's the payoff is bigger when it matters.
Yeah.
Oh, Gus knows he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve to
Yeah, I
like.
think if it's football commentating, I'm pretty sure Tony Romo is the best at it right now.
No, because hot take, I'm already getting to the point where I'm over the players becoming the coaches and the analysts, which some of it's great. Like JJ Redick does great basketball content. Tony Romo in the beginning, it was cool that he was like announcing every play before it happened.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of just over it. It's like, Tony, shut the fuck up. Just tell me what happened. Like, I don't need to know that their Spider Y2 Banana's about to get run.
Well, they can't
Spider
do it
Y2
for,
banana.
for various reasons, but Aikman, as he's getting older, he's just becoming more and more like, I don't have to baby these people, and I'm just going to say you made a bad play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously you have to play the game. I mean, Manning already said he's never going to talk bad about a quarterback. It's always going to be maybe the route was misconstrued or something like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, even last year, like in the playoff game where he was talking about Bucks Eagles, he was just like, Jalen Hurts just threw a bad ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
This
that's
thing-
what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good football play, man.
That thing was a fucking duck.
Say it.
Yeah.
I don't need you I don't need to wait till Monday or Tuesday and then you guys just replay it and just be like, oh man, going back, this is a bad play. Just like, no, you
Yeah.
played the game. You
And-
know what it is.
yeah.
Call it in the
That's a
moment.
bad fucking play.
In real time.
Yeah.
You overthrew it. You got tight. Sorry.
Yeah.
I said the 1 p.m. games felt like that beat-ups commercial where they call it in to keep the games going.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I didn't know what was happening, but I was
100%.
like, somebody somewhere is making calls, and it's not like to help the spreads or anything. Well, some of it was, or presumably, but like, these games were just sheer madness.
Oh, yeah.
I've never screamed bang and like just I was in sheer awe the entire time. Like for the fourth quarter through overtime for 2 games, 2 of the 4 or 5 that were the
Yeah.
1 p.m. games. Insane. Last thing for the toilet news and takeaways. I said the 2-minute drill perfection after being a stale offense all game will always just astound me.
Well, I think it's the 2-minute drill into the prevent defense, which is the worst defense to have.
And I was thinking, is it because the 2-minute drill offense, those plays are plays that they kind of tuck away?
I mean, I think it's that. I think
think
it's
they're
always
their best
tempo,
plays.
which is
Yeah.
always harder to play against. But like
Yeah.
you said, a lot of it is the defense where
Yeah.
they're just kind of trying not to give it up so I can get more underneath
We're giving you
stuff. Correct.
5 to 8 because we
Yeah.
can, and it's just you have to score. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To play off of your toilet news,
Yes.
I literally had to do that because I was at a soccer tournament all week. Driving home, I was able to listen to some of the game. Again, when we were talking about the ultimate white noise, it is different just listening to a football game
Yeah.
Yeah.
and not being able to see it. But I did. I played catch up on Monday or this morning. We're actually recording this on a Monday. You guys will hear this Friday. Just actually reading like the game cast, like what happened, recapping things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, because it's like, yeah, you didn't see it. You kind of heard about it and you're like, oh, I kind of want to recap what actually happened.
Yeah, because it was fucking pandemonium.
Yeah.
So that being said, toilet news takeaways, boom, done, over. The first thing on the docket I have here is the 1 p.m. games of Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, Indianapolis at Houston, and New Orleans at Atlanta. Just the wham bam, what the fuck just happened games.
Loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Yes, like
Any one of you degenerates live bet these teams that were down a bunch in the fourth and come back?
No.
Yes, I actually live bet all the unders, and shocker, they all came to life in the fourth quarter to hit the over.
He's talking about Chicago, baby.
Super thrilled. The over under, just to give context for Chicago, San Francisco started at 40.
Yep.
I got it at 27.5 and felt great about it. That's how shit that game was.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
didn't
guess
hit.
what happened?
Yeah.
Just incredible happened. Let's go.
So to start, Pittsburgh goes to Cincinnati, Super Bowl second place. I said the final seconds and Jamar Chase's 2 incredible catches, the one didn't even count. And he basically did a toe tap and his big toe was out on the first.
Yep.
But it was like an incredible, I think, in between 2 defenders, end zone catch. And you're like, Jesus Christ, like you are the man.
Sounds like it didn't matter.
Ruled out.
Okay.
And I think they just ran another like basic out route for him. And he just kind of snuck in, tied it.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more on par with what is about to unravel for these games. Extra points blocked, Minka Fitzpatrick time. So you're like,
Which never happens. It's
Which
always
never
offside.
happens.
Ever.
It's always
Always
you're
offside.
jumping to try to get it.
yes.
They never let that go.
It's basically LSU all over again.
Yes.
And I'm losing my fucking mind.
And what made it even better is, again, they do the replay and everything. The laces were in.
Oh, yeah.
And we were screaming, just Ray Finkel. The laces were out. The laces were in.
was
like-
it for the extra point?
Yeah, I
Or
looked
was
it up.
for
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a bad snap. Like, it was a high snap. But he pulls it down. And
No, I don't think it was for the extra point. I think it
I
was the
think
one
it
he
was for the
missed in
field goal.
overtime. 'Cause
Yeah.
Was it?
got
It was for the-
blocked.
yeah.
And then they made a big deal about it in overtime because he got the kick away.
Yeah.
But he just missed it because
the laces were in.
Laces were-
And I guess it makes a difference. Who knows? But so then it goes on to the Bengals miss their field goal in overtime. Their first possession, or whenever they first got a chance to score, that turned into the Steelers doink.
Yep.
Just straight hit the upright, which we talked about. You should at least get a point for doing that because it's just impressive.
I'm literally listening to the game on the drive home on Red Zone because I was just listening to the Jags game.
Yeah.
And then when I logged back in, it was on the Red Zone. And
Yeah.
within probably 40 seconds, it was that miss by McPherson. And it's like, we're taking you to Houston.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you just hear this Blankenship. Oh, he missed it.
Yeah, dude. That's like these games. Like our minds were getting fucking just banged. Like I needed a mind condom so
Boswell couldn't have banged that post any harder.
Oh,
it sounded like the Undertaker just
Gong.
entered the fucking
Oh, yeah.
ring.
Yeah.
It was dong.
I was talking to Tierney and I was like, babe, this is really weird. I'm listening to these games and they're talking about a game-winning field goal, and all of a sudden you just hear this massive boing, and you know that one never goes
Oh,
in.
yeah.
That's coming straight back at you.
Yeah. Yes.
That couldn't have been more directly on that post.
And then I saw the replay later on when we got home. He thought he buried it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did he really? I
Oh,
didn't see
yeah.
that.
He put his arm up, I think. Because even the commentator was like, oh, he started off right. It's coming back left. Oh, no.
Classic Boswell. But yeah, so then I said here with 5 seconds left in overtime, Schittsburg finally makes a 53-yarder to win it. I put the overtime rules need updated. Like, I don't care what anybody says.
Just did.
I don't need a fifth quarter. I played basketball in high school. I played the fifth quarter myself. For those out there, the fifth quarter is the one that all the scrubs play in because they want to make sure everybody has some love and gets to touch the
So
rock.
The final 45 seconds?
Yeah,
Okay.
more or less.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, you don't have to go completely with college, but do something. Like I just watched these guys do 4 quarters of this.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to see is just another 10 minutes of like methodical offense drives. Like
That's the thing, though, is people, I feel like you overthink it.
what do you mean?
Because, like, everybody's playing for the field goal, where it's like, if you score the touchdown, you win. The game's fucking over.
Correct.
Just do that.
Yeah, which they updated, which is a great rule.
Yeah.
I
And now
think-
everybody's like, we just got to get in field goal range, and then maybe we'll take the shot.
Yeah.
And then it's like, nah, dude. You're
Nah,
stupid.
I've got a simple fix, man.
yes,
It's goes on par with all these misses.
I'm excited.
So obviously I don't even know, do they do the coin flip? They do a coin flip.
They
That's
do
the
a
biggest
coin
thing
flip,
of
yeah.
overtime.
Yep.
Nope.
That's Josh Allen.
You have 2 people up there,
Yep.
the kickers, and it's basically just a game of chicken. And it's like, I'll make one from 30. I'll make one from 35.
I love it.
And it's just, okay, who backs out first? And it's
Yep.
just one play. Whatever
Yeah.
kicker's like, I'll make it from 60. Fine, go ahead, try.
I'm
Yep.
in. Yes.
Boom, done.
Love it.
Boom, done.
I was gonna say
You talk about pressure.
you want to know about pressure.
Oh, dude. Justin Tucker is taking that all day.
Does he give out a number? Like
I bet you-
65?
I mean, like,
bet you if I'm the
does he
guy-
back out at any number, or is he just like, I'm one-upping you because I'm gonna kick this field goal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless I'm the guy, and then I'm just like, automatically, I'm just like, bet, dude, I can kick it from 62.
But here's
And then it's Justin Tucker, just like, I'll do it from 63, and I'm like, bet, do it.
well, so I
And I
was
just put it on him, and I'm like, bet, now you got to do it.
Have to.
Or
Another-
he's like you at 62, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, dude. You suck, dude.
Yeah, you're not making this.
Yeah, you're Matt Prater. I don't think so.
So another
Maybe.
another updated rule idea, because that's where I thought you were going with it. I would like it if you just got up to the plate and both teams just got 2 possessions, and it's just whoever comes out with more points wins. Like
What if it comes out to 0 points?
Right.
looks like you tied, which it can still happen, which is stupid.
So you're not mad at the tie, or you are mad at the tie?
Because I think it just puts more pressure on it. Pressure. Like it's. I don't like that. Basically, you're rewinding the clock in the sense of we're going to give you 10 more minutes to just play football. Like with Skur's idea, it's like you need something that's just outlandish that gets it done, that has this like shock and awe effect, because that's what we want. You're in overtime, like everything is on the line right now. The win, which
Yeah.
you do something. But the next game, this one was really good. New Orleans at Atlanta.
Oh my God, dude. That dude was losing his mind.
And that is the first thing I put was the Atlanta fan at Bruner's Pub. Shout out Bruner's Pub.
Yeah.
This guy was the definition of you are a good time for X amount of time, and then you turn into an absolute fuck. And I don't mean in like, haha, we're laughing at you. I mean like, you're going to go home and like smack your wife across the face.
Yeah.
Like
he
you're,
was putting out bad vibes.
yeah, like you're that guy. Like we need to get you out of here. Like as soon as you hit your like peak level of fun, go. Like,
Well, I mean, in his defense, is something
He's
like
an
this
Atlanta fan.
has something like this ever happened to the Falcons?
well, Skr, I'm glad you
Oh.
brought that up.
Trust me. In case you didn't know, he said it 47 times. 28-3. Here we are again. This is what the fuck I'm talking about.
And here's the other thing. So speaking of that, I have a very
Only this.
Yeah.
disdain for fans that do this is just incredible. Like the second they think their team's done,
Yeah.
who you guys rooting for? I'm a Colts fan now. Let's root for them. And it's like, as soon as Atlanta would do something or a play or a flag, he's like,
I'm back.
I'm back. We're
I'm
back.
so back.
And it's like, get out of here. We don't fucking want you anymore. Like, no, go away. But Atlanta now has a 26-10 blown lead to add to their 28-3. The 26-10 was in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it. Didn't get to see it.
The
Uh,
oh, go ahead.
Michael Thomas.
Back.
Oh, is he?
Oh, he's back.
He's on a segment later. Don't worry. I said the game was actually over. And again, we thought so too, but this guy was so fucking harpooned in on it. Unnecessary roughness by Marshawn Lattimore, I think, kept the game alive
Sounds like him.
just so Young Ho Koo's 63-yarder could get blocked.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, Dutt and I were like, there's nothing sweeter. Like, this is sweet justice. Yeah. Watching this guy just, okay, we got a chance to win. Block.
Oh, so
Block.
he was on board like delusional because usually that guy's like, oh, we're gonna miss. There's no way we
No,
win.
he was like, we got a chance.
Yeah.
Babe, if he hits, I'm getting you the jersey.
Yeah. And then it just gets blocked, which couldn't be better. Like, that's
And then
better
he
than a
immediately
miss.
tells her she has to walk home. All right, you're walking home.
And to our knowledge, he stayed there and she was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he
Like,
got a ride home with one of his buddies because they left when we left.
Yeah. And I was like, this guy, man, like for better and this is for worse, you're a shit Atlanta Falcons fan.
Oopsie.
Or he could just be an Atlanta Falcons fan. They've been through it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Touche.
Marcus
Last one.
Mariota, like literally, like that could have been the more ideal scenario for an Atlanta fan. Just like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever Mariota does, I'm not invested in it any bit. And then it's just like Cordero Patterson, still utility, still that guy.
Yes.
Marcus
Give me
Mariota's
26
out
fantasy
here.
points on my bench.
Oh
He's
yeah,
good.
He was killing it. And
Yeah.
then it's just Marcus Mariota's like, okay, I'm gonna do what I do. Ran for a couple touchdowns, and then
Yeah.
you're just like, I mean, Atlanta, sneaky good, maybe.
I mean, they're supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league. No
Oh, yeah.
weapons.
Them
and
and
all
the
of a sudden I was
Texans.
like, oh, 17 points up on the Saints?
Yeah.
Suck it for all those people that are like, Saints are back.
oh, yeah.
Jameis.
They are, though. They came back. Last game that we'll cover for the 1 o'clock games. Indianapolis at Houston. Just two juggernauts.
Honestly,
Thanks, Jonathan Taylor. Number 1 overall pick.
So, like,
he turned it up.
he went off. Like, stats-wise, JT had a game.
Did he?
Yes, 100%.
Stats wise, if you watch the game
Hit is
in
over.
the first half, he was non-existent,
but then
and
again,
the score reflected it.
Yeah.
every Colts fan at the bar was doing the like, why are you still running it? Blah, blah, blah. And then JT scores, and you're like, that's why, because you have to put the
You
ball
gotta
in
stick
your
to the game plan. Trust the process.
trust your
the
best player.
process.
Like, I'm sorry.
They're like, no, this is why we got Matt Ryan. Matty Ice.
We'll get there. So Skirdat alluded to it earlier. The missed field goal in overtime couldn't have been better because all the other games were having misses going on at the exact same time. And you were just like,
Something in the air.
yeah, like you don't see a lot of stuff like that
No.
ever when it's happening at the same time. Like usually on a week-to-week football basis, there's like a big week of heavy misses.
Yeah.
And they're just sprinkled everywhere. But this was like every couple seconds it felt like was a doink or a missed field goal.
Yeah.
It was insane. And they were crucial, pivotal field goals.
Gong.
And like
Dong.
the Colts are like the methodical offense
Yes.
because they know they're not scoring touchdowns. They're like, let's get in field goal range
Yeah.
and let's do this. Like we're a running offense, so we're trying to bleed the clock, get into field goal range, kick the field goal, have the last possession, suck at everybody else.
No, they play like the classic. They don't play to win. They just play to like
Not
hopefully,
lose.
hopefully score maybe. Like they don't.
Love that.
Yeah, it's just like, do you guys even want to play football? Like I don't know, but I put here, it should be noted and will be noted. Matt Ryan outpassed Carson Wentz, 352 yards to 313 yards. So,
What are you doing here?
You'll see. Some might argue, from strictly a passing yards standpoint, Matt Ryan had a better day.
Give me the context. How many attempts?
I think he had 50.
Had 50 attempts.
Yeah.
Why?
Carson Wentz didn't throw it 50 times.
I think he threw like 30 or 40.
One guy got a W.
Why did Matt
one
Ryan
guy got a tie.
Why did Matt Ryan throw it so much? Give the context if you're given the context.
Oh, because they were playing from behind.
Because they're down 20-3. What are you going to do? Throw the
Yada,
ball.
yada, yada. But
Yeah.
that brings me to the Carson Weekly Wentz update.
Let's go.
Carson Wentz sucks.
No, you put some respect on that man's name.
But I say this because it's going to be a week-to-week thing where it changes.
Oh, yeah.
So week 1, I have to give credit where credit's due. Apparently, he doesn't suck. So as it stands
Balled out.
right now in this point in time, which again will change on a week-to-week basis, I can guarantee it. You want to talk about a mortal lock. Carson Wentz will not have the day that he had yesterday, Sunday, because this is what he's on pace for. If you take his numbers and then do a little math of multiplying it by 17. 5,321 yards and 68 touchdown passes.
Wentz watch.
Wentz watch, baby.
Again,
Does he play 17 games?
watch this, though. To give context for Washington's all-time season stats leaders, we have our boy Kirk Cousins coming in at 4,900 yards, just a little
That's
bit
not
over.
bad.
I completely
Sonny?
forgot he was a
that's
Redskins.
Yeah, just playing franchise tag after
Him and
franchise tag.
RG3, you're like, oh, yeah, both of them.
Our boy Sonny Jurgensen, 1967, 31 tutties. If there's one of the numbers out of the two that could be broken, I think that one is the easier one of the two.
No,
Yes.
no.
Mark Rippon.
Mark Rippon.
He was a quarterback.
He didn't have any stats.
What, Fitzpatrick have any stats?
No.
What about most yards in a game?
Look it up.
No.
Did
Zero.
Fitz-
Just
like
said zero.
Fitzpatrick have like most
Career.
yards in a game, though?
No. Super busy.
NFL
All right.
reference.
Yeah.
0.
Well, I
I'm
just
looking up all Washington stats. I'm not looking up those.
well, because I was gonna go down like a rabbit hole. I'm like, God, there's pass attempts, there's like I just
What about rushing
Well,
yards
you
for a
need him to
quarterback?
have these types of games because if he would have started off the way that he did, threw the 2 interceptions and the Jags lose,
the Commanders lose.
right? Or I mean, the Jags win, Commanders lose. Like,
Yeah.
Carson Wentz might not have a job in 3 weeks,
Correct.
and then you don't have 14 more weeks of this. Like you need him to sprinkle in a few of these good games.
Short
Oh, yeah,
leash.
he knows what he's doing.
No, short leash. Taylor Heineke's ready at the helm.
I'm pretty sure it's-
he's on deck.
Sam Howell, is it not?
Oh, well, either way, I love Taylor.
So at this point, week 1
Yes.
on the Wentz watch,
Wentz is
verdict
back.
is he doesn't suck.
Correct. Carson Wentz right now does not suck. Pending further investigation, aka week 2.
I mean, you could arguably
Argue.
say that he's a top 3 quarterback after week 1.
You could strictly on paper.
Strictly on paper.
Stats wise.
Strictly on paper, stats wise, the numbers.
Duck crunched the numbers. He put it through a crazy algorithm test.
Yeah.
He technically is better than Josh Allen, according to Dutt.
And
Hot
we'll
Takes
go to it.
Podcast.
We'll go to it in the fantasy corner. We'll go to the fantasy corner.
Yes. The next one is a near and dear matchup that we had right out of the gate. A head-to-head 2D-1D matchup, which was the Cleveland Browns at the Carolina Panthers. For those that are unaware of this, it is because I took Cleveland plus 1.5 and Skurdad took Carolina minus 1.5 for our
Correct.
pick'ems.
And again, driving home from the soccer tournament, this game was blacked out on the ticket. All that being said, I was listening to
Sure.
it as I was driving. Safe. Come on,
Nice.
say it. Not on the phone.
Drinking and driving, not back.
But I did-
Football,
I can-
driving, not back.
Continually glance at it, and I just knowing the score at 20-7. I'm doing the math in my head, and I'm like, I can't win this. It's gonna take one of
Bingo.
those garbage.
Yeah.
We get up 1-21-20,
Pick
and,
six.
and they throw a pick 6. And
Yep.
I'm rooting for this at like the end of the third quarter, knowing
Yeah.
I know exactly how this game is going to play out.
Yes.
I did pick Carolina to make the playoffs, so I was just hoping that they won the game,
Right.
which it turns out they came back and had a chance.
Still need 7 to hit that over.
But I was just like, good Lord, this sucks.
yeah.
And again, not getting to see any of the game. Heard Baker sucked in the first half.
Yeah.
or played pretty well in the second.
Yeah, he played so well.
And
He
they-
played Baker football.
Right, and
is the
I
best
guess
way
they
I could
just
describe it.
botched it at the end. Like they were clearly playing for the field goal, not the touchdown.
Yeah.
Baker fumbled a snap.
Yeah.
But again, when you kick the game going or go ahead field goal with like a minute left now,
Minute
you just
17.
lose.
Oh,
You just lose every time.
Yeah.
It's never safe.
Well, so to kind of skip around here, I put that Carolina did go ahead 24-23 with a minute 17 left. That's too much time for Jacoby.
yeah.
I knew it. I smelled it. Blood in the water.
I mean,
Brissett.
they made
Dog.
a 58-yarder, which I guess if they were down 20-7 and you told me that Cleveland was going to have to make a 58-yarder to win the game, I would have taken that. I would have
Yes.
said,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, so here's what's crazy too. I put here that Cade York, Cleveland's kicker, and Eddie Pinheiro, Pinheiro,
Yeah.
Carolina's kicker, they kicked a perfect game. So while all this madness is happening with the other three we
They're
just
just
talked
doing
about,
their thing.
five combined made field goals, five combined made extra points. Like they were just locked.
They said, "Don't worry about us. I got us."
We have one job. We did it. Shocker.
If anything, I'm looking at Christian
Yeah.
McCaffrey like, "Hey,
Yeah. What are you doing here, brother? You're so buff, but you don't play football.
Rashad Penny back."
Big note here I put.
Oh, as soon as I
That's
said
not
it,
good.
fumble Ruski.
I put here Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. The combo did as expected, and for whatever reason, it feels like people still underrate them or just don't understand that Nick Chubb is a bell cow with Kareem Hunt coming in. Arguably, still could be a bell cow, but is the catcher, the runner, and when it needs to be, and he does like the slashes for like 7 yards, catches it for the tutties. They're feeding him obviously because it's a contract
Some
year.
say that Kareem Hunt's better and he does more than Nick Chubb.
Yeah, but I think Nick Chubb again is just dog. Like he is the grinder. He gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's the guy that will just take a beating of like 1 to 2 yard up the gut runs.
But is he a third down back though?
Yes.
Not.
He's built different.
Not after downs 1 and 2.
But I said right here, Jacoby played his role, game manager.
Yeah.
Puke.
Thank you for
Which
your,
is honestly just what the Browns needed.
Yes.
You don't need the home run hitter like Baker goes for. You
Thank
just
you.
need the guy who doesn't turn it over.
thank you for your service. You threw for I think maybe 150 yards, one
Yeah.
touchdown, and then you let your running backs go for I think over
100%.
200 combined. Like
Let your defense be your defense.
yes, like it's not hard. And then now, a game I want to play.
Well, hold on before that.
Okay.
Well, just because going forward, normally at this time, when there is
Oh yeah.
one of our 3 picks is the
Yes.
sole loser,
Yep.
which in this fact was me.
Yes.
Again, this matchup, he had the Browns, I did not, and then
Dud had the
Dutt had
Vikings.
Minnesota.
Yep.
They won handily. I would have
Great pick.
I would have to spin the wheel of punishment.
Yeah.
The Wheel of Destiny.
We don't
Or
have that
Destiny.
We don't have that set quite yet,
but we will.
but we will next week for you guys. Maybe we even will retroactive a punishment. So if nobody even loses next week, I will still spin the wheel.
Shave your eyebrows.
Comment, what should his punishment be?
Yes.
Right. And then
I like that.
ongoing, we're gonna post the records,
Yes.
for the total. So there'll be ridicule for the loser for the year, and then obviously the victor will get the spoils. So
Bingo.
I am the lone 0-1. I own it. I was shouting Carolina out from the rooftops as my out of nowhere. I trust his team. I'm not out on him yet.
I was so heavy on Christian McCaffrey being so back.
So
And again, this is the classic overreaction.
First game overreaction.
now I'm gonna pick him again.
We're not doing
Classic
it.
Just keep
Carson
picking
Wentz,
him.
Not
baby.
doing it.
Classic Carson Wentz overreaction.
So
and
yeah,
I'm
stay
running with
tuned.
it.
Next week there will be a spin no matter what, even if there isn't a loser next week, because I will own it.
Perfect. So
Love it.
with that being said, last thing for the head-to-head game of Cleveland at Carolina. Play a little game. Because everybody was so big for whatever reason on Carolina because it was the Baker revenge game. He's going to go in there and just shove it down their fucking throats.
Yes.
I don't know how people missed the mark of Cleveland's defense being an elite defense and just their power running game that can control a game if it wants to. So the game I want to play is name me one player on Carolina's defense.
Luke Kuechly.
Love it. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they.
No. Don't dodge.
No, I'm trying to think of who it is. It's the other corner. Not Surtain. Obviously plays for
Jason Sehorn.
Horn. Yeah, Sehorn.
Yeah, he's the rookie. It's not Jason Sehorn, last white cornerback, RIP.
No.
But the only
Horn.
one I could think of was Shaq Thompson, linebacker
Yeah.
that's had 3 straight years of 100+ tackles.
But I think that's what people talked
Yeah.
about. Like they know no one discounted Cleveland's defense. Like they thought this game was going to be fairly low scoring, like it was. It was
Yeah.
just going to be a matter of Jacoby Brissett was terrible last year. If Baker Mayfield was healthy, he was good for the Browns.
Right.
At home, should have been good enough to win.
Which the irony of him and Robbie Anderson connecting is just great because Robbie made that tweet of just like, get fucked, Baker. I don't want you.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah, it was basically, it played out
He was
the
like,
way
I'll feed you the rock.
all the pundits did. Cleveland plays defense. They're going to run the ball. Let's see if Carolina can score more points.
Yep.
They didn't until
Yeah.
the end, and it didn't matter.
Right.
Okay. So then next,
Next.
do you want to do yours or do you want me to go?
I'll do mine.
Okay. Perfect.
So this one I'm going to do every week, especially for the overreactions. So this will change probably week to week for some people.
Have to.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a little top three, bottom three. If you guys are followers of the 2D, 1D pod,
Yes.
we like top threes.
Yep.
We do.
Love it.
We're going to add a bottom three.
Love it even more.
So
Worst and best.
yes, basically.
Bam.
So, it's pretty straightforward. I want the top three teams in the league in order, and I want the bottom three teams. Who cares about the ones in the middle?
Yep.
There's a lot of them. I will go first.
Yeah.
If you like. Do you want to start at the top? You want to start at the bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom.
Why do
We'll
we
start
fall
at the bottom.
Why do we fall, Bruce?
There we go. Just to get up.
Yeah.
So my bottom going from what would be 29? No, 30, 31, 32
Yeah.
for the 30th team.
Yes.
Number 3, Chicago Bears.
Buddy.
Yeah.
It's
That
after,
don't even make sense. That doesn't even make
No,
sense.
because-
I'm with Dud on this.
No, because this is what it is. It's the classic overreaction.
You
They
said
get a
for the
win,
1 week. This is going to be one
and that's
week
what I
power
said.
order, right?
I took it out of context.
and they still are. They're still one of the worst teams in the league for me.
I'm
if
removing-
it wasn't for the rain, they lose that game.
Talk
Yeah, no
about
shit,
a
Sherlock,
human
but
slip and
guess
slide.
what?
That was so awesome.
Right.
Justin Fields slid for like 20 yards. It was
I'm just
nuts.
saying. This is
Yeah.
what this segment is
On
for
his
me.
belly.
I'm saying, as of right now, this team still did not do enough for me to move them out of this. If they were the 32nd team for me,
You're, oh my
So-
God.
Jesus.
That's the
I can't-
Lions
what-
coming
yeah,
out.
what?
No.
You're lying to us right now.
so
You
the
lying?
win got them to 30th. They were 32.
Congrats, Dut, I
Oh
guess.
my God, dude.
Yeah. Just so you know, I've got
30
I did this right.
No, I
Okay.
did. 31. It's the New England Patriots.
Okay.
Damn, okay.
They were bad.
They were.
I saw some highlights. They weren't good.
Mac Jones, not back.
Not back.
Not dog.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know how much we need to say about this. I think they played the Dolphins. People think they're going to be a better team than I think they're going to be.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody was sold on the Pats last year when they started off strong, kind of smoke and mirrors. They started
Yeah.
playing good quarterbacks, and it was downhill from there.
Yeah.
Correct.
And the 32nd, I had the last team or the worst team in the league to me is still the New York Jets.
Yep.
Okay.
They don't have Zach Wilson. I think that might change some things for me.
MILF dog.
They played the Ravens, which, again, they're healthy. Could be scary. Who knows? They're just not that good.
Yeah.
I forward thinking may have the Cowboys here with Dak and a broken thumb,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't put them in the bottom 3 just yet.
I'll give you some thoughts.
The team that lost and only scored 3 points
Yeah.
Could
is better than the team that won.
Let me.
they played the Bucks?
No. I
We
will.
played the Niners, who went further in the playoffs.
Everybody sucks the Niners' dicks too, and
The
the Bears beat 'em.
monsoon just it washes everything out. You can't take that
better,
serious.
better team still wins.
You had. Oh my God.
Okay, let me go. I want to back up Dut here because
Oh my God.
I played this right. So for the bottom, I did 29
Cowboys
to,
at home.
I did 29 to 32 just because I wanted it to kind of be polarizing.
It's 4 teams.
Yeah, I know. So honorable mention, 29 is Green Bay.
Ooh. Jeez.
I think you are
Overreaction, love it.
witnessing
See?
something scary here where I think Aaron is going to lose his fucking mind by the end of the season.
If mine's the underreaction, that's the overreaction.
But no, this guy, I think, because he's been on this weird like campaign mission of doing podcasts finally and like branching out. And I'm like, I don't know if he smells that like his time is up in Green Bay, like almost predicting it. But this dude cannot catch a break on offense and will not
no.
catch a break the entire season. Like he is fucked.
I mean, that Christian Watson dime
I have
that
some,
he threw at the very first quarter, like their very first series, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, maybe Packers are still going to be the Packers, and this dude just T-Rexed it, and you're like,
Yep. And I have something on that when we get to the
you
Who's
can lead
winning
the
the
horse.
divorce?
You can lead the horse to water.
Dinosaur's not
Yeah,
back.
go and drink.
yeah. So it's not back.
Yeah.
Okay. So then at 30, So we got 30, 31, and 32.
Now we're in the official bottom three.
Correct.
There you go.
H&M out of the way. It is Dallas. Dallas is
Dallas.
the most overrated team ever. They are, and I've said it all week, they are the Notre Dame of the NFL.
Don't do that.
High praise,
Don't do that.
heavily overrated on paper.
We are Marshall.
Which would have been so much better, the editing, if Texas would have won, because then you could have put McConaughey and like Texas stuff in the We Are Marshall like movie poster. Would have been great. But no, Dallas, I'm over it. Every year they're like, oh man, they're gonna win the NFC least. Like it's just they're born to win. They're on great roster, blah blah. No, you suck. And now Dak's hurt. Like, sorry, you're in the bottom. At 31, it is Atlanta.
Really?
When you find a way to just blow these fucking leads,
It's tough.
incredible. And again, I think Dutz said it earlier or alluded to it. You have no business of being good, and then all of a sudden you're proving that you're sneaky good almost the entire game, three-fourths of it, some might say. And then you just fucking suck, respectfully.
Yeah.
31. And then at 32, to no surprise, it's the Jets.
Yeah.
It's the Jets.
I don't know if there was a bigger lock of the week that I knew and bet, but also just didn't do like we talked about, where if you love one game so much with absolute power, throw the house and kitchen at it, throw your whole paycheck at it.
responsibly.
Yeah, -7. It couldn't have been a bigger lock.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody, again, went revenge game Joe Flacco. Coming back.
Joe Flacco.
I mean, he still threw for like 300. I mean, he still threw for like 300 plus yards.
How many attempts? 60?
Yeah, but so did Matt Ryan. But we still gave it to Matt Ryan, didn't we?
Who got the loss?
Yeesh.
I guess Matt Ryan didn't.
Tie.
He didn't get the win.
Yeah. All right, Depp. Give us your bottom three
Jets
skis.
32 for you?
Is it
I don't think they're 32.
Is it a,
Well, let us know.
who the
Yeah.
fuck would be 32 for you?
I got the New England Patriots is 32.
They're bad.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, they're bad.
I mean, I know they're bad. I mean, they're 28 for me.
If 17 weeks from now they're still here, I'm going to love it.
I would too. Could you imagine they just go 0-16,
Oh my
0-17?
God, Jerry
Judy.
Dog.
Dog.
Jerry Judy dog. I told you, man. You gotta.
He's back.
Yeah. So
Okay. So then,
if y'all didn't know,
Jerry Judy
Broncos just scored.
on
and
a
You're
Jerry
gonna remember
Judy
this on Monday, on Friday when you hear this.
67-yard bomb.
Yeah, Jerry Judy.
All right. Give us your other two.
Number 10.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go from this way to this way, I guess now.
Yeah.
Since that's where I started. Patriots.
31.
Then it's the Jets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
I
it's
was
the
going to say,
Jets,
don't
obviously.
be
It's
that
the
guy.
And everybody loved their draft, and I get it. It's a
No.
future thing, but I'm just like, they're not winning 10 games.
Here's a hot take. Everybody loved John Gruden's draft when he did nothing but pick Alabama and Clemson players. And guess what? They all fucking suck.
I mean,
Sometimes you think you draft good and you don't.
I
Sorry.
mean, I guess
Rant over.
You can literally say that about anybody in their draft. If you don't win the Super Bowl, you're like, well, your draft sucked.
Nah. You got talent.
You're better.
Yeah, build
Yeah.
around them. Anyways.
And
29.
then with Dak's injury, it is the Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah,
Cowboys.
I get it. I get
It is
it.
the Dallas.
I get
Cowboys.
it, but I don't.
I mean,
All right.
my top 3 is solid.
Top three.
It's now, I said bottom 3. Now it's top 3.
Turn it up.
All right. It's
Chicago Bears.
absolutely killed me. And if we're talking about an overreaction, I will admit it. This is where it happened for me. My number 3 team in the NFL right now is the Minnesota Vikings.
I love it.
I love
hate it.
Yeah.
I
I love
absolutely hate it.
See, now you're playing the game right.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I love
Welcome.
everything about that pick
Yeah.
because of the situation that they're in. I do feel like Kirk Cousins is going to be a monster this year.
And I want it because everybody hates him for just being him.
You like that?
Yes.
You like that?
Like, again, is he going to maybe win you a fantasy league? Sure. If it's 3rd and 7 and you need a first down with 30 seconds left, you don't want him having the ball.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if it's a
But
big
maybe
time
you
game,
want it now. But maybe you
no.
have it now because
If
now
it's
you
a-
have Jay Jetta.
Yeah.
And I'm hooked on a feeling. It's
and again, I know it's not the same team, and sometimes in sports you kind of got to get hit in the mouth, but then there's also something to be said when you get that first goal, that first touchdown, something against a team where you're like, oh, I do have a chance.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they just beat the Packers at home.
Yeah.
And even if it's not the same Packers team, it's still Aaron Rodgers.
It's still
So Kirk
Aaron.
Cousins is like, I just beat Aaron Rodgers.
Huge W.
Who won the MVP last year?
Aaron?
Aaron.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah. Back
So-
to back? No.
Yeah, it sucks, but you got to put him there.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me,
2.
6 touchdown passes. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City.
God, he's good.
They're good.
Yeah.
They play the Cardinals, who I don't think are good. And I almost had them in my bottom 3
And everybody's
Cards?
huge on them.
Yeah.
Everybody's big on them.
because they have 5 more weeks of no DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be
gonna
good.
be a long 5
There's got to be Call of Duty games coming at some point. So their quarterback's gonna be
September.
good. Yeah.
So be ready.
Well, we're in
Oh, yeah.
September. Well, we're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, October is when it officially releases, but
Okay.
I digress. Go on.
And number 1 is probably, for me, the biggest dog in
Josh
the NFL
Allen.
right now. It's
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen.
Yeah.
It's the Bills.
Oh.
And it's who they played.
Yep.
It's what happened to him last year.
Yeah.
He played almost 2 perfect offensive games and didn't even make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's why some of this comes up to chance. You're not always the better team.
Yeah.
But that man is a dog.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
He threw a couple picks. They had 3 turnovers, and it just didn't matter.
No.
They said, sorry, Rams.
Better
no
team.
celebration this week.
Okay.
So for me, best team, Buffalo Bills.
Top 3. So number 3, bronze medal, Kansas City. So here's the thing. No, listen, because this is maybe where I stopped playing the game.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Kansas City to me, I'll take one. I myself need to go back and just what I said, throw it away, put it away. Don't ever listen to me again when it comes to this. I said that Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs were due to have like a slump or a down year.
Is it coming?
No. And I'm like, I'm such an idiot because he is clearly just that guy. Like, so I am ready to anoint him into the category of the Bradys, the Mannings, maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe he falls out of it this year, of the guys that will just make whoever is on their offense work.
Yeah.
Plug and play. I will feed you the fucking rock like Denver. When you go somewhere else because now people think you're elite, Julius Thomas, Eric Decker, and you just fucking stink it up,
Yeah.
know that a lot of it came from my ability to put the ball where I need it to be.
Julius Thomas was good.
No, he was not.
He was.
He went to Jacksonville, and then
That's
he fucking.
different.
That's my whole point.
Who was the quarterback of that year? We'll look it up on IT.
Who cares? But you go.
Blake Bortles.
But no, my point is, insert
Yeah.
anybody around Patrick
Working
Mahomes,
construction, ripping cigs.
you're gonna get the ball. Like he's gonna find you. It's just now it's on you to catch it. So Kansas City, number 3. Number 2, it's the Bucks.
Good Lord.
They won, and until proven otherwise, Brady will just for always and ever be back.
They just beat the team in his bottom 3. Come on.
They are the one team I will say where I
In
go.
your bottom 3, his honorable mention 3.
No, honorable mention was Green Bay.
I said his.
Oh, no. So I put here, that's the one team I will say Brady gets the pass of you're going to be in the top 3 until something crazy happens to
Put
where
him
it's
at 3, man.
now 2. All right. Number 1,
Dog,
it is the
Josh
Buffalo
Allen.
Bills. My fantasy quarterback in all 3 leagues. To nobody's surprise.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you take
Sexy
him overall,
pick.
dude.
Thank God I didn't take Carson Wentz. Or maybe I should have, according
There
to
would have
Gut.
been equal points. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, yo, what's up?
After week 1, you'd had equal points.
No.
From you taking him at week 1 and then taking Carson Wentz, literally, probably right now is your very last pick. I think Carson Wentz is the better value there in that pick.
Who's your top 3?
Yeah. Number 3 is the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes.
I like everything about them. I like their new coach. I like the offensive-mindedness, if that's a word, if I said it right.
Offensive mindedness.
Offensive-mindedness.
I think Justin Jefferson is
Goated.
honestly, I don't want to say it because of what Cooper Kupp did last year, but I think Justin Jefferson is going to have a very, very on par season
Yeah. Triple
That-
crown threat.
that Cooper Kupp had last year.
I did get home in time to see some of that. He was just wide open.
Yeah.
How do you forget about that guy?
And I love that he plays with like the riffraff, just like the diamond teeth.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
Confirmed. I mean,
Blang blang.
what do you have? Like 8 catches, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns first half?
Yeah, I was gonna
Dog.
say it was like 12 catches, 178 yards. Like it was insane.
Because
2
the-
touchdowns.
Because the Vikings did
Dog.
exactly what I
Dog.
said they were going to do. They're just going to jump up on them. And I thought in the second half that was when the Packers were going to start to come back. Like they were just going to start making that way just because
No.
Kirk Cousins don't have that killer in him. But
No.
I think this new coach, I think he's putting that killer in him. Like, hey, man, I'm opening this up for you. We have weapons.
Yeah.
Look around. Like, you're not terrible. I hope. I have faith in you.
Yeah.
So let's do this. I'm giving you the keys to the castle.
Kirk Cousins
Justin
is a
Jefferson,
good
Adam
quarterback.
Thielen, yes. Irv Smith, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Madsen.
roster's
he's got-
loaded.
Yeah.
But not only, I agree with you, not the killer, but he didn't have that typical, almost Wentz-like Kirk turnover.
The turnover,
That
yeah.
just changes the mo
Yeah.
that Aaron would have feasted on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just play good football.
Yeah.
And dare I guess who number 1 is?
Number 2.
Oh,
That
shit.
was number 3.
We got to get there.
Number 2, I have the
Kansas.
Bills from Buffalo.
Whoa.
Such an idiot.
I get it. I get
I have
it.
the Bills
I
from
get it.
Buffalo.
Okay.
They did not play mistake-free football. You're lucky you're playing the Rams, and they also had not mistake-free football.
No.
Yeah.
So your turnovers basically got canceled out because the Rams would basically just turn it over again.
I don't want it. You take it. No,
Honestly,
I'll
that's
take
what
it
it
back.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, a different team, it might be a different outcome.
100%.
And then it's a different conversation with Josh Allen. Is he not dog now because he has costly turnovers?
No. Dog.
Dog.
They will play anybody, anytime, anywhere.
But I'm just saying, if you have 2 picks and a fumble, I mean, the one wasn't his; it got ripped out of his
Week
wide
1,
receiver
baby. We'll
hand.
clean it up. We'll clean it up.
No, you have 2 picks in the
That's no
half.
problem.
Chances
That's no
are you're
problem.
not tied on
Yeah.
the road. You're probably losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem. All right, number 1.
Number 1's the Kansas
It
City
is.
Chiefs, dude.
They're back.
They're so fucking back.
They're
Like they
back.
never left. I think Tyreek Hill leaving was probably the best thing to happen to him.
I mean, they gave that
'Cause
other
now
wide
it's
receiver
just-
number 10 too, just to be
Yeah.
like, listen, come
Yeah.
on. We
Spread
don't
the
need
ball.
him.
Share the
Yeah.
love.
and then it's just it's not even the wide receiver; it's the backup running back.
Or, yeah, that's what I
Panchenko.
meant. Yeah, that's what I
it's
meant.
their new Kareem Hunt, and I feel like he's a key factor. Is
CEH.
going to be in this offense.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think Patrick Mahomes is just dialed in. Like every interview he talks to about, he's just like, yeah, man.
It's
And,
a scorched
he
earth tour.
said he
Yeah.
apologized to me personally,
Fantasy
owner
owners.
of 5 teams. I got a lot invested. He said, I'm sorry, but everybody's getting this fucking rock.
Here's
And they ain't gonna get it as much as they did against the Cardinals.
No.
But he said at any given week, we're gonna have a Tyreek Hill. Like somebody's gonna have a game. I don't know who it's gonna be because it's just
Kelsey
gonna
had
be
it week
whoever's
1.
open.
Shocker.
It's gonna
And
be
he's just
me.
gonna go whoever's
That's
open.
who has the game.
He
Patty.
said, whoever's open is getting the rock. I'm not forcing it. I'm taking what they're giving me. And guess what? They're giving you Kelsey open the middle all the time.
Yeah.
They're giving you Panchenko out on the flats. Nobody is guarding.
Here's
Clyde. He ain't cut. Ain't nobody guard cut.
Here's
Everybody thought he could catch. Guess what? He can.
No, here's what I want. As long as Kansas City is good and plays great football, I want the ET connection that Elliott and ET have, but the opposite version of it to where when one of them is doing great, the other one is doing terrible. And that person that does terrible because Kansas City is the one doing great is Jackson Mahomes. I want his brother to perish. As long as
Jeez.
KC
We don't like the guy, but come on.
well perish
hey,
could be
hey. To join the Illuminati, you got to make a sacrifice. And if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm looking dead at Jackson like, hey,
Honestly-
sorry, player.
literally in the family. It's
Take
his
him.
brother or his wife. I mean, take your pick.
Yeah.
Either one's a great pick. They're going to be pumped.
Honestly, I'd probably kill the wife and just keep all my money and just be like, all right. Man,
But yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
losing half my stuff.
his brother gets more painful by the day.
I love how he said we won, tweeted it right after it did.
Jeez.
We
it's,
won.
It's brutal. But okay, there we go. Top
right.
three,
That's my
bottom three.
top three, bottom 3, baby.
There it was.
Boom.
Speaking
Bears back.
of Illuminatis and sacrifices,
Yes.
we're going to Rose's Raft.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Perfect segue.
Yeah.
Didn't even mean to.
So Rose's Raft, we're in an era now where there's a lot of people that, they toe the line. They're like, maybe this, maybe that. I need
Yeah.
definitive answers.
Correct.
If Rose lets you on the raft, it's obviously because
It's also a door.
a door raft, whatever.
Yeah.
She thinks it's because we're going to make it.
Yeah.
I'm not letting you off. There's a chance this thing's going to sink.
Yeah.
So these are definitive answers. My first one.
Well, ice cold frigid water. For those not knowing what Skur's talking about, it's the
Let's talk
Titanic.
about Titanic.
Right.
There we go.
Sure.
Some say it's a conspiracy theory, whatever.
Either
It
way.
wasn't really the real Titanic.
So again, especially because this is week 1 overreactions.
Yes.
Number 1, if you're Carolina,
Yeah.
is Baker still your guy? Can he take you to the playoffs?
Yes. I say yes because of their roster, because I've seen enough of Sam Darnold to know that Baker has outperformed Sam Darnold.
Well, I don't care who
honestly
your
think-
backup is. I'm saying, is Baker are you confident in Baker Mayfield? A healthy Baker Mayfield?
I feel like Sam Darnold is like the person they want it to be, but honestly, their third string, Will Greer, is a better Baker Mayfield, if that makes sense.
He
I
literally
want the
does.
West
He
Virginia.
seems like basically Baker's like understudy almost.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Baker without the accolades.
100% went to West.
Yeah,
Like
West-
I mean, he
yeah.
went to Florida and he was probably going to win the Heisman, but he did the juice. You know what I mean? He gained 40 pounds in a summer. They're like,
Love it.
I'm a little fishy about that, my guy.
Went full
And
Greer.
Oh yeah, and then he just goes to West Virginia, and you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
But he was putting up like 6 touchdowns again.
It's the
Remember
Mountain
when it was-
West. It's always
remember when it
fucking
was like
60 to 50 every
Pat
game.
White, Geno Smith, and they were
Yeah.
just scoring freaking
Tavon
points.
Austin and
Yeah.
Pat White. Duh.
Yeah,
Dog.
Will Greer was just out here doing that. So I'm like,
Yeah, not
I mean,
dumb.
it's what Baker was doing at Oklahoma and Texas Tech.
Yeah.
So
So is that no?
Yeah, Christ, man.
no, Baker's
Long-winded answer.
no, Baker is
I
not.
love
my
it
guy.
though. That's what it is. I
Baker's
don't
not
just
my
yes
guy.
and no.
All right,
You
good.
got to hear. There's reasons. There's madness to the science.
Yeah. No door for Baker. All right, see ya.
All right. So I mean, last segment kind of proved this. As of right now,
Yes.
you need to win one game in the NFL. Is Josh Allen your guy?
100%.
100%.
Wow, I thought there was gonna be a no.
No.
I mean, if it's Josh Allen or the quarterback of my team, I'm probably taking Josh Allen.
Jacoby got the W2 though, so I mean it's tough. They're
Like
both
there's
1-0.
literally only
No, I'm
Two
saying we're
people-
walking into the Super Bowl, and you get this. We're just drafting. I get one guy.
we're walking into the Super Bowl. I get one guy.
I have to win this game, and I
it's
can
Tom
take,
Brady. It ain't Josh Allen
I take Josh Allen.
as of right now.
as of right now.
You're still taking
I'm still taking
44-year-old Tom Brady, whatever the fuck age is.
100%. I'm not blinking at it.
Man,
I thought it was one game like in the regular season.
no,
it's the Super
I'm
Bowl.
walking into the Super
It's
Bowl.
the Super Bowl. It's Tom Brady, dude.
as much as because of what I
Thomas
said.
St. Aquinius, whatever his middle name
Yeah.
is, Brady.
From what I said earlier, it would make total sense for me to agree and say Brady, but Allen just is that guy. He's a guy's guy.
We don't know he is.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe the playoffs are too big for him.
He's an absolute fucking unit.
He had damn near 2 perfect games. His defense fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Um,
Next.
yeah,
Tom
it is
Brady
nice.
has the best defenses in the world. I don't think so.
Split
Some
decision.
people get it done, dude. Some people don't.
Who's to say?
Okay.
Yes.
The
Tom Brady.
AFC West, as of right now,
Yes.
consists of the Denver Broncos,
Uh-huh.
the Las Vegas Raiders,
Yes.
the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Correct.
The Super Bowl champs will come out of the AFC West.
Champs, huh? No.
No,
Ooh.
because I got Thomas Brady against Patrick Mahomes again.
And it's like
That's
we've
my
talked
pick.
about already for the last 2 weeks. They're going to beat the hell out of each other to where if you told me major injuries happened, plagued every team to some degree, I wouldn't doubt it in the slightest.
I mean, I'm looking at Seattle putting up points on Broncos right now, so I'm like, maybe the Broncos.
I mean, you're
aren't as
basically
good
going
as
like
they're
the
saying.
Chargers and the Chiefs.
Yeah,
You would think.
The
But
Raiders
some
are a
people
sneaky-
Raiders pick.
Because I was
yes.
going to say, like, I mean, based off the game we're seeing right now, Denver, not dogs.
Not
but
dogs.
is there a way, I'm assuming there is, correct, where all 4 teams could make the playoffs?
Yes, in this new format.
Yeah.
They
Because
could.
it's record based.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck if
With
you're.
the extra wild card team.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Next.
Speaking of that, with the games that we just witnessed, all these crazy
Yep.
underdogs ultimately blowing it, some holding up. The worst team in the NFL will have at least 5 wins.
No. The Jets are so bad. They're so fucking bad, dude.
I think there's a lot of parity, man. I think the bad teams are not good,
Here's the.
but
here's
I
the
don't think
thing.
they're like 0-16, 1-17. Well, I say 0-16 now. There's obviously 17 games.
Go ahead, Dut, and then I'll.
Here's the thing about the Jets. They have to play the Patriots twice.
Oh,
And they're
for
a
sure.
terrible team.
Yes.
And then Zach Wilson comes back, and then you're playing in the later games in the season. I'd have to see their schedule, but I'm telling you, if they're playing the Bills last game of the season, and the Bills are at 13
Wrapped
wins,
up.
they're not They're not playing anybody.
Okay,
but
perfect.
Zach Wilson's trying to go into the next season with
Yes.
something that, like, hey, I'm the guy for the team. So 5 wins. I mean, this is still professional football. This is still the top 1% of everybody that plays their sport. You know what I mean? It's not like Alabama playing
Yes.
fucking Pac-12 teams.
Bethesda Women's College.
yeah, you know what I mean? You're
No,
just.
so to go off what you said,
I think
I-
5 wins is foreseeable for the worst team.
I do think the Jets are terrible and they will not have more than 5 wins. But there are going to be teams, especially like right now, whoever plays Dallas next for X amount of games, it's like you're going to catch a team that's just bruised and broken.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that probably when you were going through the schedules now are like, oh, this team's playing Dallas, lost.
Yeah.
Now it might not be.
Like
Right.
Dallas's over under on win totals. Like the under looks
Just took a shit.
sexy as hell right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
wish I
that's
hammered it when I was 9.5.
all those wins
I
should
could've
just
seen
be
that 10.5 too.
asterisk.
So I'm guessing you have the Jets as the worst team in the league.
Correct.
Do you have them at 3-14?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well,
They
I'm
fucking-
asking
Well,
you.
he's asking
They
you.
blow.
Draw the line in the sand, dude.
3-14, 4-13. Who cares? Who gives
Are
a
they
shit?
They're
winning
not
4
getting to
games?
5 games.
Gold
is what you're
jacket,
saying.
Are they
green
winning?
jacket?
Are they winning 4 games?
I don't care. They're not winning more than 5 is the question.
Are they winning 4 though?
Sure.
Will they
Okay.
get to 5?
No.
All right, I said they have to get to
Respectfully.
5.
Next.
That was it. I'm giving you 4.
Okay.
Those are the rafts.
Perfect.
There it is.
They're changing up.
People are swimming. People are dying.
Yes.
All right. So this one I have titled, Who is Winning the Divorce?
Okay.
First up, Devontae Adams versus the Green Bay Packers.
Devontae Adams. He's still getting numbers.
Aaron Rodgers. I'm
Aaron-
assuming that's who you're
The
talking
organization, because that's who's basically, again, what the
about. Well, it's hard to
argument
say
No,
for Green Bay
because
because
people-
they
people
got
got
picks
divorced.
for them.
Devontae Adams versus Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
is who I was
Because if it's
saying.
Green Bay, I got
Yeah.
future picks that I have to see what happens with them.
Yeah.
If you're telling me Green
Sure.
Bay, Devontae, I'm still gonna say Aaron only because I can't panic yet.
So, like we alluded to earlier, there was a play very early in this game where I think Minnesota had just scored. Aaron throws a football version of the sandlot sticking your glove in the air.
Ripping.
Yeah.
All Christian Watson had to do was just put his arms out, make a bowl or a bucket, and just, I mean, he beat him. He was home by a mile, dropped it.
Yeah.
And you could just see in that moment that Green Bay was dead.
Aaron Rodgers
And that
just
was-
said it with his eye. You know where he rolls his eyes, where he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"I had that, and you should have got it," and he's just like,
Yeah.
But
did
there was
that.
also a moment
All
too where Devontae Adams beat a wide receiver, which would have been like a 40-yard touchdown,
A corner.
and Derek Carr just underthrew him.
Right.
That ball is never short in Green Bay, ever.
Well, so I'm glad you brought up stats. Devontae had 17 targets. He ended up with 10 catches and 141 yards and 1 tutty. Do you want to take a guess what Green Bay's total offense put up by their top 4 wide receivers?
less than 150
7 yards.
153.
Correct.
So, a week-to-week basis, because again, maybe that's how this segment should be played. Devontae's winning this marriage or this divorce
Yeah,
as
this-
it stands right
absolutely.
now.
But
It's a week
also
to
at
week.
the same time, like Devontae's putting up those
He's
numbers.
the new thing in town.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't putting up 300-point games.
No.
I've had him in fantasy plenty of times.
He doesn't
where
do
he'd
it.
put up 175 yards
And
Four
three-
touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. And
Correct.
I'm like, I hate you.
Yes.
I hate
Yeah.
you so
They
much.
don't run the ball inside the 5.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I have your running back. I'm sorry, Aaron.
But here's the
Jones.
classic thing of winning the divorce. Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay want Devontae Adams back more than Devontae Adams wants them back.
Green Bay wants Devontae back more.
Yes.
Yes.
Hence winning the divorce. Next,
I don't think so.
Tyreek versus Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Is winning the divorce?
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
I love it.
And they both
no,
won.
No, I put here, surprise, teaser. Both sides are happy.
Oh.
Sweet segment.
Yeah.
No.
You're,
Who
you're
wins
so
the
fucking
divorce?
terrible. Draw the
Tie.
line in the sand.
Right.
Nope, they're
This is
equal.
Rose's
It's the same.
Raft.
It's
Secret
the same.
option C.
It's
no.
the same.
So I put here Tyreek went 8 catches for 94 yards. I would argue if he was on
How
Kansas,
many runs did he have?
I don't know, but I would argue on Kansas City, especially this week, he would probably have 1 to 3 touchdowns mixed in there. He didn't have one for Miami, but it was clear that Miami was going to use him. And just strictly based off of what you see and when you watch a game, tells you a lot about certain players or just, players in general. Tyreek is so fast.
100%.
He is the most
Cheetah.
like when he goes east and west and coaches want to just scream, he beats everybody.
Yeah.
99 out of 100 times he wins that and he gets to the edge. It's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't skip a beat. Like Kansas City, everybody thought like they were done. No deep threat, which I don't know if they really went deep, but it doesn't matter. You have
No, that's the
I
thing.
think, like,
they went on.
Hardman's their deep
Yeah,
threat
they
now.
went on the road.
yeah.
Patty threw 6 or 5 tutties. They put up 40 points.
Yeah.
Miami was at home against a bad Patriots team. Scored what, 20 points?
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Kansas City's feeling pretty good about themselves.
20 to 10, 20 to
27.
27.
With the picks they got for him. Yeah, check please.
Next,
Yeah, 100%.
Michael Thomas versus the stigma of holding out in weird injury stuff.
Michael Thomas is winning, dude.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
It's honestly kind of tough because it is a weirdly can you say underbloated stat? 5 catches for 57 yards, but 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, but for context,
Yes,
when they needed to score,
he was the
Michael
guy.
Thomas was the guy.
Yeah,
So, like, you're losing in the fourth quarter. What was it, 26-10?
10. Yep.
And then you're like, all right, we got to put some fucking points in the end zone.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas is like, yeah,
I'm your guy.
I got this.
Yep, possession receiver.
Yeah.
I've always loved it. Ohio State. Next.
Michael Thomas, comeback player of the year. Could that be a thing if you hold out?
OHIO.
Jameis.
Next. Lastly, A.J. Brown versus Tennessee.
Come on. It's easy.
What do you say?
A.J. Brown.
I don't know, dude. You had a lot of things to say about AJ Brown.
I did. But again, I'm going to put my foot where my mouth is. Again, week to week, Carson Wentz, he's back.
I don't know what his
Allegedly.
I don't know what his stat line was, but
I got it here for you.
155 yards.
13 targets, 10 total catches, 155 yards.
Shout out to Ben Solak to the Ringer, big Philly guy. He said one of his best bets propped. The early books don't know how to gauge AJ Brown's yardage.
Yeah.
He said, hammer it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened
Yep.
Okay, so to give
Like for the game or for the season?
for the game.
Oh, yeah.
Especially early on because
Oh, yeah.
they don't know how to do it yet. He goes, they're going to be over. And then he also, and again, shout out to him, Christian Kirk for the Jags. They're like, they brought him in for a reason. Whether he's good or not, the Jags think he's good.
They're going to
Yeah.
feed him.
He's going to get some, targets. And he
Yeah.
did.
well, so that's what I was
Smart
going to
man.
say to take a slight left turn before finishing it up. It's the classic Cooper Cup syndrome. Like the elite receivers or the number one guy on teams, on average, I would argue their bets for the over-under on yards per game ranges from 49 on kind of like the low tier number one guys to probably like 64 and a half or maybe even 69 and a half.
For what?
Their receiving yards for the game.
Oh, yeah.
Cooper Cup, by the end of last year, I think we talked about it, was like 90 and a half.
That's a
That's
lot.
what he was at 98. I think right before the game started. He was at like
Stupid.
90.
No,
I think it was like 93 and a half.
It was 74 and a half when I got it. When it first started, I'm like, this is a steal. Like it's one of those weird things where it's like now that they know, I can only imagine AJ Brown's is going to just take a hike every single time, whether it be
It was 59 and a half, I
yeah,
think.
like
Yeah,
it's
they're like, it's not going to be under 60 the rest of the year.
No way.
yeah, it's crazy. But I put here,
But
so
then they're going to have the game where Jalen Hurts is like, it's all contingent on Jalen Hurts.
Correct.
And if he doesn't play as good as he did,
Right.
I mean, it's,
how many combined catches did Tennessee's top 4 wide receivers have? Not including. Oh no,
Hilliard.
excuse me. So this is the Giants' top 4 wide receivers because they were playing Tennessee.
Oh, yes.
okay.
So how many catches do you think they had total, not including Saquon Barkley?
9.
Close.
I'm going to go
I threw that out sarcastically.
under 15,
That's
more than 11.
terrible.
Yeah. So
Under 15, more than 11.
it was 10.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
But what did I say? Live dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
Take them. Yeah. That's
You
who's
loved
winning
it?
the divorce.
You loved it. You
Which-
know what?
Now that I think about it, I don't know why I put in a random stat about the Giants.
Honestly,
I
don't
messed that
either,
up.
dude.
I think it's because A.J. Brown came from the Titans. The Titans played the
The
Giants.
Giants.
That's the only way I could get to it.
Yeah, but
I
what a
was just-
weird correlation by
You
me.
should have went with the Titans receivers.
Yeah, I mean,
Why don't you get Bizarro Jerry when we do movie pods? You just do weird stuff, man.
hold on. Titans stats.
No.
Well, send us out while I look it up real quick.
Uh,
Oh, no. Fantasy Corner.
We're back into a
fantasy
corner,
corner
here.
Yes.
You want to do it? A little fantasy corner?
Yeah.
Anybody who knows what fantasy football is what everybody makes fun of, like all girls on TikTok, social media right now,
So
that all
good.
their boyfriends are the manager or the coach of a team right now. Secondly, more than that, you're a manager, coach, owner, GM. You know what I mean?
Shout out to
You
the
gotta make
guys
the
that
plays.
that plan the trips and everything. That just go
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's so fun. Like again, what does he say in fucking God? What is no Knocked Up? Where Paul Rudd's like, kids fucking love bubbles. I wish I loved anything more than they love bubbles. Like
Yeah.
that's like sorry, we love shit.
Yeah. And so you get a bunch of group of friends. You take every player that's in the NFL, that's a skill position: quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, running back, a kicker, defense. Is basically how it is.
Standard.
And then you try to build your best team and how they perform each week. That's how many points your team scores.
Bingo bango.
Has nothing to do with scoring touchdowns. Technically, like the NFL scores don't really matter.
They help
It's
you a
the
lot.
It's the player performances is what we're judging the scoring on.
Yes.
So after week 1, confirmed Josh Allen, dog. Patty Mahomes, dog. Fantasy-wise. Lamar Jackson, playing for a contract.
DeAndre Swift.
Dog.
Shocker.
DeAndre Swift, dog. I mean, Jamal Williams stealing the goal line touches. That might be a sneaky pick for fantasy owners, though. That's that right there where you need that person on your bench that's like, hey, what's a good pickup? So that's what we're going to do right now, waiver wires after week 1.
Ooh.
What would be good pickups after this week?
I'm excited. You tell me.
Najee Harris, hurt. So you would think Benny Snell, normally the backup, he is not. Rookie Warren beat him out. So everybody's like, you got to get Warren. He's going to get it. We don't know what Najee's doing right now. I doubt he plays the next game. He was seen walking off with the boot. He didn't play overtime. He didn't play the last of the fourth quarter.
Didn't need
He's
him.
out. Didn't need him, honestly.
Don't need him.
TJ Watt, I guess, if you have IDPs, individual defensive players.
That's where it gets
Torn
crazy.
Peck, maybe. We don't know. It 100% is. But
He's
they're
done.
trying to just play off of it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked
done
painful.
If you have him.
Yeah. Red as lips.
As I do. It's not good.
Yeah.
Elijah Mitchell, running back for the San Francisco 49ers,
See you later.
tore MCL or sprained MCL. He's out for at least 2 months.
Yeah.
That's 8 weeks.
Jeff Wilson Jr. would be your pickup there. That's the immediate backup. Sneaky pick would be Trey Sermon. Just see what he does. You know what I mean?
Dude,
if you
Trey,
can't get him.
OHIO.
OHIO. There it is. I know.
Dude is a brick shit house. He's a big boy.
Well, if he's a sneaky pick, he must not be great.
Yeah, sneaky
Yeah.
little snake.
And then again, if you have multiple people, like let's say you have like a 14 or a 12 team fantasy,
Big boy
deeper
leagues.
guys on the bench that you could go to. Dontrell Hilliard, back
Tennessee,
up for
baby.
Tennessee, carrying, getting the workload, getting the extra, the third down back for Tennessee. That Derrick Henry's not getting all the yards, not
Yeah.
getting all the touches. Maybe they're saving him, so you could see value there for that as a flex 2 position. Carson Wentz, number 1 target, dude. It's not Scary Terry.
He's going to be
It's
the number
rookie.
1 picked up quarterback
Oh yeah.
by anybody that is just either A, panics after the first week, drops whomever, and just
If you have Dak, get
Carson.
Wentz.
There you
if
go.
he's
That
still
makes
available.
sense. Yeah.
What about if you have Scary Terry?
If you have Scary Terry, don't be scared. He's still gonna get his. I mean, Scary Terry was never a 100-yard receiver, but he's still getting 60 yards and a touchdown. That's a good wide receiver
I need
too.
to see that.
He was always a 5 to 10 catch guy, but with like 50 to 80 yards.
Yeah,
Didn't
and
you
a
get it?
touchdown. But what was his name? Johan Dotson, the
Yep.
rookie that they absolutely love.
Puke.
Carson Wentz just absolutely loves this dude. Targeted
Trash.
them all. He
Wish
played
I
all-
would have knew that.
He played all preseason.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz's guy. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Hate it.
That's what I got right now for the first week.
My thing.
Oh, other scary one
What?
with until Mike Davis and J.K. Dobbins fucking lock
Figure
it
it
up.
out. Yeah.
It's Kenyon Drake. He's getting tossed around everywhere. He's still the guy. I would pick him up.
Here's my biggest thing with fantasy and just going into it. And again, everybody has like, we all wrap our minds around certain players, and there's nothing anybody can tell you to make you not draft them or vice versa. Why everybody was so CMC, bona fide back. Like, he definitely scored still, which was great. Like, saw the end zone.
Yeah.
There's promise there. Saquon, everybody was so down and out on him. And it's insane because
They are the same people, and they play. I'm looking forward to it. They play. Carolina Panthers play the New York Jets this week coming up.
Giants.
Fantasy
New York
Corner,
Giants.
since that's
Yeah.
what we're in right now.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Big time calls right now.
Yes.
End of the year. Backs. Derrick Henry, is he a top 5 fantasy running back?
So I would have.
I'm gonna say yes, just because of the volume that he's gonna have to get.
Yeah.
Like, you lose to the Giants, Derrick Henry's load's going through the roof next game.
Well, yeah, because I'm trying to think of. God, when you put it on the spot, it gets tough. So you have Jonathan Taylor, JT, CMC, Najee, who's hurt, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Austin Eckler, Saquon,
We haven't said the real name yet.
DeAndre.
Swift.
Yeah.
You want to talk about efficiency? Shit.
Yeah,
That guy put up like Madden numbers where it's like we ran for 11 rushes, 120 yards.
He had like
Yeah.
a 40-yard run to start the game. I almost lost it.
Yeah, it's
So is he or not?
Derrick Henry. I'm gonna say.
what's the? He's a fringe guy. He's on the press.
No.
I mean, that's why he put the line right there, man.
Yeah.
Should have saved it for Rose
If
the
you
Raft.
said if you said 6, I would say for sure 5.
Hell no.
I'm still gonna give it to the doubt. It's still King
Yeah,
Henry.
he's-
I'm still
yeah.
gonna give it to him.
Guy's he is a unit.
All right, one last one
Tall and strong.
on the spot.
Yes.
I'm spotting you a big number here. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Who has more fantasy points? Saquon Barkley, CMC.
Saquon.
That was a lot faster.
I still think Saquon.
Yeah.
I still think Saquon. I think their offense is gonna run through like the Giants is gonna run through Saquon a lot more, and he's just built for it tough.
It's going to sound
He is built for
stupid.
tough. I just feel like Daniel Jones is going to steal a few of those goal line tutties. That read
Maybe.
option, Daniel Jones is going to get his.
I just
He might. I
Baker
don't
will
know.
not.
I think
If
it's
they get
one of
down,
those-
They have to get down there, though.
with Christian McCaffrey.
Well, Baker had the rushing touchdown
Yeah.
down there,
Oh, did he? I
He
didn't see
did,
it. Oh,
yeah.
man, that's just terrible then. God, so bad.
but it was like on the 7-yard line. He was in shotgun. He just
Oh,
opened up and he
okay.
took
I'm
off.
thinking first and goal from the 3.
Oh, yeah.
No, but CMC to me, even drafted to this day, he's never given me this like vibe of you're a true ground and pound running back. Like
Yeah.
I've seen you obviously run the fucking ball and you can make incredible agility like plays.
Like the way he played at Stanford in college is not the way he's playing. in the
No,
NFL.
like at Stanford,
I
he
just-
played like a running back.
Yeah, he was
And
a
it's just
monster.
weird to see him as like this utility knife hype. I don't know. And that's why I love Saquon because he's just built and he runs. Like that's what I want you to do as a running back.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Last thing. We have to pick.
We do have to pick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And again, just so everybody is listening, we are recording this Monday, September 12th.
The lines will change.
We are going off of these lines. If anything changes, don't hold us accountable unless
But-
it's in our favor.
Unless it's super juicy.
But we're going to still
Yeah.
give you our picks.
And
Yeah.
if the pick comes and then the line moves the other way, maybe stay away from that game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
The line's moving for a reason.
All right.
Correct.
I will start because I'm the only one that's coming off of a loss.
Yeah.
So I figured I'll give you guys time to.
Worst to first.
That's how you
There
got to
it
do
is.
it. I'm high on this team, which is also why I picked Carolina. So who knows if it's just a curse.
Oh, God.
I'm taking Jacksonville at home +4 against the Colts.
Okay.
Okay.
Division game.
Okay.
They
Division
are
game.
AFC
They
South?
should have won the damn game. They didn't. I have the Jags winning that division.
You got to beat the Colts. if
You
wanna
got
win
to
the
beat the
division.
Colts at home. If
I
they
got the Colts
don't,
winning the division, so you got to beat them.
so that's what I'm doing.
AFC South is
Lawrence,
the
you're
new-
there. ETN dropped 2 would have been touchdown passes.
He did.
I mean, one was a screen that he would have scored on. The other one just, it wasn't great.
Anytime
He's not
touchdown
doing that
scorer, my
again.
ass.
Shocker, he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
James Robinson still had 2 touchdowns though.
I know.
Well,
Come on.
when you bet on ETN to score and find pay dirt, it
Yeah.
doesn't
we,
help.
we got to be better.
Yeah.
Anyway,
AFC
Lawrence.
South is the new NFC least. That was what I was going to say.
Okay.
Dute, your pick A.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the overreaction of Dak being hurt, putting Cowboys in the bottom 3. I'm taking the Bengals -6.5.
that line's already out.
Yeah.
Oof.
You usually are a very big ride with the points guy.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see you take a favorite.
Yeah.
When you do, it's weird.
I know, because I like to make my people money. You get the best value. Because usually,
Dallas
if I'm
could be bad.
if I
Yeah.
take the points, I'm basically telling you to bet money line, but just take the points for safety.
Yeah.
The value's there.
Yep.
So that Vikings +1.5, that was a fucking gift. That was Christmas wrapped.
I hate it.
So with my pick, third and final,
yes.
I'm telling you this because you want the points. You need them. It's not a money line bet. It's better safe than sorry. Just hand over fist. It is the Chicago Bears +10
I fucking love it.
at Green Bay. I want to know, and I want to double down on what we thought we knew. If you were thinking, you wouldn't have thought
You
that.
really thought you knew.
Yeah.
But they don't know that we know that they know that we know that Green Bay does not have an offense. And I'm here to say, Justin Fields and David Montgomery, this is your time. Pound and ground. Put Green Bay in the dirt.
I have Mooney on my fancy too. God, my team
Fucking
sucks.
Darnell.
All these
You
guys.
gotta take St. Brown, dude. Why aren't you
Supposed to
taking
be
St.
good.
Brown?
Yeah. There we go. Amon
Yeah.
Ross. He scored.
I was like, if the
Yeah.
Bears scores points, it's gonna have to come from Mooney,
Nope.
And
From
di-
Equinemius St. Brown,
and
baby.
it didn't.
Yeah.
And Dante Pettis, remember him?
Boom.
Nobody does.
Exactly.
That's
And that's
fantasy.
why he was wide
That's
open.
football.
That's girthy.
That's a
That's
girthy
girthy.
football episode right there.
We're giving it to you every
Episode
week.
60, week 2 in the books.
Stay tuned for more.
Troy Aikman
Broncos
always
blowing it.
looks-
Let me know. Hey, future Friday guys. Let me know what the score of this game is.
Bye.